When was the last time we did a Q&A? I think it was a very long time. Dude, it may have been October. That's like 6 months ago. That's a long time ago. So guys, we're doing a Q&A today. You guys sent in some amazing questions on Twitter. I'm gonna be answering them today. And a little side note, this might be the last vlog that you see me sitting in a chair. Because this weekend, I hope it works. I have it. I have a standing desk. So I'm planning on setting it up this week. It's kind of a big job. It's kind of a big job. I gotta like take all my monitors, camera, all this stuff. I gotta unplug a bunch of cords, put in the standing desk, set it all up. But I'm so excited. So hopefully that works out this week. And this could be the last video you see me sitting in. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. Why am I talking about that? I don't know. We got questions. So I got them all on my phone. These were sent through Twitter. And guys, if you're not following me on Twitter, what's the problem? What, do you hate me or something? I'm just kidding. But guys, if you follow me on Twitter, you will keep up to date with like things that are going on in the channel. You'll be able to submit questions and Q&As, stuff like that. Okay, well let's just get into the questions. First question was from Falou Diom. I'm sure I said that wrong. He says, "What your favorite number?" My favorite number is 17. And the reason is simple. There's only one reason I like 17. It's fun to say. Okay, next question is from online hated person. I hope you're not hated online. What type of music do you listen to? Okay, I listen to a lot of stuff. I like a lot of electronic music. Like if you ever go to any of my live streams on Twitch, you'll probably already know I like electronic music. Like honestly, the music that I play during those streams, that's what I listen to. That's what I listen to in my free time. I listen to a lot of other stuff too though, like the genres, it doesn't matter what genre it is. I just like an artist or a song. Another artist I really do like though is Ben Rector. I like Chris August. And guys, if you haven't heard of Bernhoft, dude, you gotta. Jarl Bernhoft. I'm not gonna spell it. Maybe I'll put a link in the description. Remind me if I forget. But Jarl Bernhoft. He's like, he's from Norway or something, but dude, it's amazing. He's one of those guys where you see him and then you hear him sing and you're like, how is that voice coming out of that person? But he's also an awesome musician, songwriter, lyricist, dude, you name it, he's amazing. But yeah, and put in the comments, what do you guys like to listen to? What kind of music do you guys like? I'll be reading. Okay, next up is Polgy. What utensil do you use to eat Kraft macaroni and cheese? This is a huge debate in the Polgy household over this. And we did get one response from Levi, Lord of Anime. They said spoon for the win. I gotta go with Levi. For me, it's spoon. For me, if I'm eating macaroni and cheese, you gotta go spoon. If you're going fork, you put it in there. How many are you really gonna get? You know, how many are you really gonna get? You put it in there, you put the fork in, you poke like a few. You're not gonna fill up the whole fork. Especially when you get to the end. You're gonna like poke one at a time? No! With a spoon, you can scoop them up. Scoop them up. So I go spoon. Spoon for the win. Nothing against people. You know, if you use fork, that's cool. Nothing against you. I still love you. But, what are you, crazy? I'm just kidding. I do spoon. I haven't had Kraft macaroni and cheese in a long time. I do love it. But yeah, spoon. It's obvious, right? Okay, Chase says, what made you want to start YouTube in the first place? Generic question, I know, but I'm honestly curious. Okay, this was a question I got more than any others, and those of you who've been around for a while, you've probably heard me say this a lot of times, but I know we got a lot of new people, so I'll answer it as quickly as possible. I got into YouTube like, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 years ago. I was really into Call of Duty. I loved Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, so I went online and I was looking up tutorials and stuff, how to get better. But I started stumbling across channels that they would play Call of Duty, but then they talk about like real life stuff. And I'm like, that's actually kind of cool. And then I started, you know, liking these guys and like what they were saying. And I'm like, man, this is pretty cool. So just that idea, the fact that you can play games and, you know, share different ideas with people online through YouTube, I thought it was really cool. And I felt like I had something to offer too. So I was like, you know what, this could be fun. You know, even if it doesn't turn into anything, I think it'd be fun. So eventually I started a channel. I think it was like 2011. I've been doing this for a while, but really just being able to share the common interest of video games and the possibility of like impacting people's lives, that was like, that was really appealing to me. And now that I'm doing it for a living, it's crazy. It's crazy. Every single day I think about it and I'm so grateful. It's just awesome. So that's the quick answer. Next question is from Levi, Lord of Anime. How have you liked Dragon Ball Super so far? So I know not everybody watches Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Super. I'll answer this very quick. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Like, I think the first arc finished. We're going into like the next one, and apparently the animation isn't that great. I'm kind of bracing myself for that, but I'm loving it so far. I waited over a year for the English dub, so it's just been amazing. Frostop says, when you look at your channel growth over the past year, how does it make you feel? Q&A hashtag. Makes me feel amazed and happy and glad and happy again and grateful and smile and happy. Honestly, that is how I feel, but at the same time, it's crazy. It's crazy because this past year has been by far the best year on my channel as far as like growth and stuff. The first 3-4 years, I really didn't get a lot of growth, so I'm just loving every minute of it. And honestly, it motivates me. Like, one thing I never want to get to, I never want to get complacent. I always want to improve for you guys. I love you guys, so I don't want to get to the point where I'm just like, you know, slapping up videos and not like caring about it. I'm always trying to improve, and I'm just really grateful. I'm grateful to you guys, everybody who's, you know, giving my channel a chance to subscribe to me. It's amazing. Okay, next question. Meemaw, Geeky Granny. How is your day broken down? How long do you record, play, edit? Okay, my day is broken down pretty simple. Wake up in the morning, meet up with my friend at the gym, come home, do a breakfast, devotional kind of thing, get to work, record, edit, depending on what I'm doing that day, eat lunch, record, edit, eat dinner, record, edit, go to sleep. Honestly, that's pretty much my day, almost every day. You know, there's different things that happen on different days. I do take a shower in there, by the way. There is a shower in there somewhere. But that's pretty much it. And I'm always working on trying to streamline that process as well, so I do have time to, you know, do other things. Like Sundays, I take off. Sundays, I don't do anything. Like, I'll go to church, hang out with my family, probably take a nap. There's usually a nap involved on Sundays, but outside of that, like, it's pretty much recording, editing, eating, that kind of thing most every day. But I am working on having more balance in my life, because balance is like super important. That's probably the toughest thing with being a full-time YouTuber. Okay, this next question is from Brett Tate. He says, would you say life is easier in your 20s or 30s? I'm nearly 22 and I'm stressed about finding a career. Thanks, Punchy. Okay, dude, I've gone through the 20s. I just started the 30s like a year ago, so I can't really say from experience, but here's what I've learned from my life experience so far. I feel like life is like the easiest when you're youngest. You get a little older, it gets a little harder. Get a little older, it gets a little harder. And it seems like it keeps going up as far as like stress till like maybe 40s, 50s. Then it kind of decreases. I don't know. That's my theory. That's kind of what I've heard from other people. But when I look back, like, you look back at your childhood and you just think, I didn't have a care in the world. It's amazing. I look back at like high school, and high school is stressful with exams and stuff, but in comparison to like college and being in the workforce, it's kind of like, you think back and you're like, man, I wish I could have gone back because there were a lot less things to worry about. But dude, I gotta say, early 20s, when you gotta pick like a career and that kind of thing, that is really stressful. That's a very difficult time in your life. But once you get that nailed down and start like working and stuff, it does get like a little easier, but it's still hard. Like, you always have the demands of your job and stuff. So that's kind of my theory. I feel like life just has more demands as you go. But I feel like something that's really important is learning the best way to deal with stress, best way to handle situations, and you kind of learn that as you go. So even though life has more demands as you get older, you learn better techniques as far as like dealing with it and stuff. So in a way it gets a little easier. But yeah, I hope that makes sense. But dude, I wish you the best of luck on finding a career. I remember when I was younger trying to figure it out. I had no idea what I wanted to do. Honestly, I just picked something. I was in college. I took like 2 years of general studies while I was trying to figure it out. Still didn't figure it out. Had to make a decision, and I just picked something. I just picked something. So I was in like the medical field for a while and it just didn't work out. And luckily the channel started picking up. And like I said before, I'm just super, super grateful. But I will say this. If you're looking for a career, you're not sure what you want to do, the best advice I can give is just try to get some hands-on experience. Like, try to job shadow if you can. Like, you'd be surprised. If you want to just check out a job, see what it's like on a day-to-day basis, like call in an office, say you want to do some job shadowing, people are willing to let you come in and just see what they do. And for me, that was the biggest thing, because then you come in, you see somebody do their job, you see exactly what it's like, and then you have a better idea of what to expect. Like, there were some certain jobs I was like, I thought about engineering. I was like, I have no idea what this looks like on a day-to-day basis. So, like I said, that's the best advice I can give you. Try to do some job shadowing, and I think that should help you get a better idea as far as what you want to do. Oops, should probably talk after drinking. This next question is from my boy Slipgator. What's the difference between a duck? Oh, what's the difference between a duck? Well, with a duck, it's like a duck, and Haley says, I heard you were musically talented. Which instruments can you play, and do you sing? Okay, this is actually pretty interesting. I haven't played any music in a really long time, like years, but some friends of mine came into town and they wanted to play. I actually played with other musicians for the first time in like, I don't know, 8 or 9 years. It was crazy. But I used to play bass guitar. I can play piano. I can play like acoustic guitar. I'm not like amazing or anything. And as far as singing, it's embarrassing for me to admit this. If you want to hear me sing, I got a video called Comeback Wolfie. I did like a cover of a song based on like Kurt J. Mack. He's a Minecrafter. His dog that vanished or something. If you want to hear me sing, check it out. I'm embarrassed to even mention it. Okay, next question. Papa Oopsie. This is Oopaville, guys. So this is somebody that I ran into at PAX. So he was asking. He's also another YouTuber, amazing YouTuber. I definitely recommend checking him out. He's hilarious. He said, what exactly did you order at Shake Shack in Boston? Shake Shack, you're so good. Guys, I don't talk about this. I don't talk about it ever. But right now, for the past maybe month or so, I've been doing like kind of a lower carb thing where I'm just mainly eating chicken, rice, vegetables, fruit, that kind of stuff. I'm not eating pizza. I'm not eating burgers. You know, so when I think about Shake Shack, that makes me hungry. Dude, I can't remember what I got. What did I get? I got a burger and fries. I don't know. I think it was a burger. Maybe he had 2 patties or something. I don't know. But just thinking about it is kind of making my mouth drool. But dude, it was so much fun running into you. Hopefully we can run into each other next time at PAX or something. But yeah, guys, that was crazy. I was kind of hoping I'd run into him at the convention, and we ran into each other at Shake Shack. Okay, so guys, that's all the questions I had for today. Thank you, everybody, for submitting questions. I hope you had a good time. But if you ever want to participate in these in the future, definitely follow me on Twitter. But guys, that's gonna have to do it for today's video. If you enjoyed, as always, feel free to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't already. And we'll see you guys next time. It's the drummer. Just get a